On Funniest Pets and People, a giraffe is ready for his close-up. A dog with his back against the wall. A lopsided carriage goes kaput. A canine Rudolph's flashing red. A bear with an itch he could barely reach. And a baby gets pudding popped. It's the show that will have you sick. Stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Hey, look what I can do. I can introduce clips all by myself. Sure, it went against everything he stood for. But Mickey couldn't help but notice the dog got extra special treats when he begged. I mean, everyone makes concessions in life. Besides, it's not like he's rolling over or anything. For the Campbells, teaching their dog to chew gum was easy. The hard part was going to be teaching him how to blow bubbles. The problem with talking to your dog in his own language is you never really know what you're saying, so you may be insulting him without even realizing it.
Bang! Good girl.
Meryl loves acting class. Not only can she play dead, but when she played Juliet at the Shakespeare in the Dog Park's production of Romeo and Juliet, oh man, there was not a dry eye in the house. She received a howling ovation. It's true. You know that old wives' tale where the first person to be licked by a giraffe on the second Monday in October after a full moon will grow up to be tall and strong? Yeah, well, people are still doing it. Mittens bragged that he could tell the expiration date of the milk simply by tasting it. So the Herberts called him on it. But so far, he hasn't said a thing. Oh, wait a second. You mean Mittens did this just to get free milk? Touché, Mittens. Touché. Like most of us, Muttley dreamed of the day his owners would spring for a riding mower. Dream on, Muttley. Dream on. Some felt the mud parade went horribly wrong this year. But then again, if you are crowned Mud Queen, well, you kind of expect to get a little dirty. A lesser show would stick you with average times. We give you good times. They installed a hidden camera to spy on the maid. But what they discovered was shocking. Yes, despite the way they behave when people are around, the cat and the dog actually get along quite famously, thank you very much. How is Andre able to keep his head up under the tremendous weight of his own horns? He carbo loads. Okay, now this is a lesson in birthday party karma. You're gonna play a piñata prank.
Okay, go!
Make sure you are out of the way of the boy with the bat. Since it was Rachel's first birthday, they decided to let her have first crack at the cake. Just hope the rest of the partygoers don't mind their cake tasting like baby hands. The old saying goes, to know thy enemy is to know thyself. And Tinkles here is about to take a crash course in Dog 101. The secrets he would learn here would come in handy when it came to future battles with the dogs. But he'll still need to be creative because while Bowser may have taught him a lot, he did not teach him everything. The raccoons got together every Thursday night to have some snacks and kind of shoot the breeze. The cat would have joined them too had the glass not been there. But whether the cat wanted a piece of the snacks or just good conversation was a question that would remain unanswered. Behold the mighty Robin Hood. He robs from the rich and gives to the poor.
Va par là, chérie. Oh, tu as faim, t'as faim mal?
Hopefully, he robbed the rich of some crutches. Okay, sunglasses and bow tie. And shorts. Yeah, I still don't think they're gonna get this dog into the movies. Sledding is one of the few activities where going downhill is a good time. It's only bad when you don't make it all the way. Why is Chico scratching on this sliding glass door? That's easy, because he can't reach the doorbell. Seriously, is someone gonna let him in? On this fashion show, the catwalk has real cats. For the Millers, this was their Christmas card. For Sebastian, it was the one time of the year he could wear the outfit without being made fun of. When Winkles, not his real name, agreed to join the Witness Relocation Program, he didn't mind the new name and new city, but he really didn't count on the wig. Now, sure, to you and me, the country boot scootin' dance is called two-steppin'. But to Puddles here, it is four-steppin'. And that's, twice as hard.
Z nimi odczuwaj ciągnik. Z nimi serca nieprzemyślanych kroków. Oh my gosh.
For Magenta, the trick was getting into the pumpkin. The treat was finding a new place to sleep.
Oh, good. Oh, look, guys, stay.
Oh, Stoney is so embarrassed. He knew everyone would be wearing party hats, but he thought they would also be wearing red bandanas. Red bandanas are so 10 minutes ago. Looks like a fashion faux pas, especially if you got faux pas.
Do we have to get a light, or do we have to get a light?
Here is reason number 14 why you rent the suits you wear to a wedding instead of buy them. Let's hope he's not driving the limo. If he gets pulled over, he'd have a hard time explaining why he's wringing booze out of his suit. Hey, it's time for another edition of Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. When he was the ugly duckling, they made him stay in the yard. But now that Swanee has blossomed, he thinks they should let him inside.
That's why he likes the petals from the flower.
It's Steve Squirrel's wedding anniversary, and he forgot to get anything. So he's doing what all husbands do. He's grabbing some flowers on the way home.
Success. Ooh, got the whole...
Ah, yes, another marriage saved.
There you go.
Now, the poor economy has hit everyone, even the royals. They now save the crown jewels for formal affairs, and for everyday meals, they simply wear the paper crowns. Married life is filled with ups and downs. This couple can now look forward to the ups. Let's take a look at that again, shall we?
Yeah, that's the baby.
Old man Jenkins liked to feed Arnold from his own mouth.
Put your hand.
That way, he couldn't make a pig of himself. When you have claws as sharp as a bear's, you don't want to risk scratching yourself. So you let the tree do all the work. Women love ballroom dancing. Men love professional wrestling. Combine the two, and everyone's a winner. It was this surveillance video that caused the guys at corporate to tell the boys in the mailroom that Brownie could no longer be their mascot. What is Billy's secret to maintaining baby smooth skin? Is it the mud mask? Nope. He's a baby. Most squirrels are content with a hole in a tree. But this squirrel built a whole neighborhood. I mean, he's got it all. Nice home, barn. Why, he even has a nut house. These next clips are part of a well-balanced viewing diet. Templeton was terrified of cats, but he couldn't help but be envious of their luscious, thick coats. So he thought it might be their diet. He risked it all to sample their food in hopes of stimulating hair growth. All he got was a tummy ache. Morris loved pasta, and he ate it every chance he got. Let the other cats go carb-free. Morris knew the pasta just meant there was more Morris to love. Sure, it was a lot of work feeding Chomper the melon. I mean, you did have to hold it for him, but it sure beat having him chew up your shoes. It's lunchtime in the Huff and Pepper house, and we've switched Henry's regular cereal with Lankerson's brand cereal, now with 45% less flavor. Let's see if he notices. Yep, he notices. For the life of him, he cannot figure out why humans would do this to a perfectly good nut. Now he has to eat through all that chocolate just to get to the good part. As soon as the Hendersons heard about the hot new television show, So you think your dog can catch food out of your mouth while balanced on your hands and legs, they started rehearsing. Unfortunately, by the time they'd perfected the act, the show had been canceled, mercifully. Tape up your ankles and break out the eye black. It's game time. The rules are pretty simple in Doggy Dome. 2 dogs enter, 1 dog leaves. Whoever had the most teeth at the end of the game was the victor. And to the victor go the spoils. They huffed and they puffed. But it was a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. Someone was getting walked, and they were getting walked soon. It's well known that cats hate water, but Garp here took it to the extreme. He didn't just want to avoid water. No, man, he wanted to fight it.
Oh, Garparoo.
This is the biggest fight in the garden since Ali Frazier. Samson was eager to be in the annual sack race. He had the sack and he had the drive, but unfortunately visibility would prove to be a problem. Perhaps a smaller pillowcase was in order.
Samson feels more secure inside of his pillowcase.
Samson, are you gonna come out or are you gonna stay in there all day?
Samson, he'll stay on there for hours. Go bye-bye. Oh, there's Samson.
Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Teddy was upset the vacuum cleaner was making so much noise. If anyone was going to make a lot of pointless noise in this house, dadgummit, it was going to be him. See you next time. On Funniest Pets and People, a pooped pooch. A Christmas song becomes a hat dance. A crafty canine is armed to the teeth. An obstacle course that'll raise your voice. A dog takes himself for a walk. And we finally solve the mystery of the missing sock. It's the show that will have you sit, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Get ready to smile. This is fun. How many licks will it take for this dog to get tired of this? A, 10. B, 20. C, 976. And the correct answer is, well, he's still licking the tank, so we'll never really know for sure. You're panicked because the wedding is in 2 hours and you forgot your rollers. Well, that's where Maxwell steps in. Now, you've heard of a synchronized swimming competition, right? Well, this is exactly like that. Only instead of people swimming, it's iguanas on radio-controlled dump trucks. Okay, so it's not as good as the real summer games, but hey, ticket prices are only $5. The Johnsons are very proactive when it comes to sweeping up in the shedding season.
That feel good, Bentley.
Boy, ever since his owner got a girlfriend, playing musical chairs just wasn't the same. Everyone was thrilled that Ruffles could learn to use a slingshot. Well, everyone except the mailman and Squirrel. Oh, and the meter reader. And birds. Did we say everyone? Well, really more like no one. No one was thrilled. No, nobody. Hey, you'd be excited too if you found out the zoo just installed an all-you-can-eat honey bar. Sure, little kids in choirs don't always sing on key, but these two don't realize we can hear through wool. Work is over. It's playtime.
Hi, my name's Sockman.
Now watch this cat attack this sock puppet.
Pinky to the cat. Oh, my God. Help me.
Oh, it's not because he thinks it's alive. It's because he can't stand the smell.
Oh, she's fine.
Would you look at that? Right in the middle of jumping rope, this girl decides to sack out. This guy can beat any obstacle on this course, except gravity. And now today's episode of Vocabulary Builders. Today's definition, cute delicious.
It's really live.
When the sight of something is so overwhelmingly darling as to make you burst into tears, it's cute delicious. The cat had won this round. But eventually he had to use the litter box, and that was in the yard. Someone has to explain to Timmy here that just because he's adorable and is 2 feet tall, it doesn't mean he is a toy. Note to homeowners, if the cat is playing in the grass, in the sun, with your plastic reindeer, it's pretty much time to take down the Christmas decorations. And now another episode of The Worst Jobs on Earth. Worst job number 63. Waterproof bike tester. That was number 63 of the worst jobs on Earth. Yeah, sure, he can dribble and he can even shoot a little. But his post-game interviews are a disaster. This dog and duck act got a lot of attention. But really, if you're honest about it, the duck is just riding the dog's coattails. This brave kitty doesn't know fear. He doesn't know retreat. And he doesn't know that the dog is 6 times his size. Sit back and loosen that tie. It's time to make yourself comfy. Many young females dream of being a model. This one dreams of being a mannequin. Yeah, that's really cute until the dog barks. Then they're gonna have to rake that lawn all over again.
Hi, Lisa.
Oh, there's your tail.
Silly Lisa.
You know where an 8-ounce kitten sleeps? Pretty much anywhere he likes. Oh, wouldn't you know it? The one time Bucky is allowed up on the couch and he sleeps right through it. Another episode of Doogie, the neurotic doggy.
Okay, perfect. Ready for a wonderful night of sleep. Okay, just need to fluff it a bit here. 1 sec. Now that the fur is lumpy. All right, just smooth it out. Oh, wait. No. Now it's lumpy on the other side. Okay, no, that's... Oh, that's perfect. Oh, wait, I see just one more uneven lump. Where's my medication?
So what is he doing? This little creep. He comes up to the wheel well right there. Look, here's the wheel well. You can see it. He crawls up here, and then he brings all this junk into my car. Yeah, look at all the stuff in his mouth.
It was a bold hybrid concept car. 10% gas, 10% ethanol, 80% squirrel power. The monkey was always happy to see Candace when she came to visit, which is why she was perplexed that he never rode her.
I think it's time you left.
Oh, you got a friend, huh?
Come on, yeah.
A boyfriend.
Come on. I think he's getting crazy now.
How many people do we catch slipping in the snow? A, 1. B, 3. C, 5. Sorry, the correct answer was 5 1/2. Grab a coat, it's time for some outdoor fun. Wow, that giraffe has a really long neck. Just listen.
Look at that tongue.
You just got a glue on you.
Look at that tongue.
Come on, dude. I'm not like, yeah. Oh, you missed it. Yeah.
My mom may want to show this at her class.
Hey, giraffe. You're big. You need to go see a dentist, but...
Oh, these horses aren't thirsty. No, they're just worried about kids swimming in the deep end. Sheila is proving to be a natural athlete. But she's kind of got to work on her backswing. This is the last time Carl tries to combine giving his wife a lift to work with doing the gardening. Clara is a real gossip. But clearly Jezebel couldn't care less what Brad and Angelina said about Jennifer's new man. They'd been friends since childhood, and time and distance could not pull them apart. But gravity? Yeah, that could do it. Our animal experts studied this footage, and they've determined that this orangutan's posture is a way of communicating a simple message to others in his area. That message? It's all good. Jump on in, it's water playing. You would think this might be alarming for the fish, until you learn that the minnow is the best doggy dentist this side of the Rockies.
Bubbles are bubbles.
Sally wanted a kiddie pool. Jake wanted a slipper slide. They were both happy. The weather report predicted a brisk fall, followed by a cold front rising. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, doesn't it? This hidden video explains both why your lawn is yellow and why the dog's teeth aren't. Get some people over for these next clips. It's Friends. Everyone thought it was so cute when they were young, telling them they were brother and sister. And now, well, no one had the heart to tell them otherwise. Note to homeowners, if you've got a bear running around your house, time to put down the camera and finally patch up that roof.
Okay. Oh, what butcher did this? Okay, no fear, Dante is here. Now, we sweep off to the side. Maybe some highlights, maybe some lowlights. Do you use product, darling?
Well, you do now. It was a love that no one could understand. And while the endless hounding by the press annoyed them, it wasn't going to stop them. Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. It was at that fateful moment when the groom slipped the ring on the bride's finger. The maid of honor finally caught sight of that rock and compared it to her own. See you next time. And we got the ticket for you. You get to sit right on the 50-yard line for the Funniest Pets and People Sports Spectacular Special. A duffer's drive becomes a slice. A dog who takes a dive. A puppy team chows down. A ball most foul. A beefy bulldog border, bro. And a chairman who is never bored. On the Funniest Pets and People Sports Spectacular. It's the show that will have you sit, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. It's not just how you get to Carnegie Hall, it's how you get anywhere. Practice, practice, practice. Before getting back in the ring with the magnificent mouse, Tabby hit the speed bag at the gym. Now, he knew he couldn't beat the mouse. All he wanted was to go the distance. Then people would know he wasn't just another palooka from the alley. What's the use of having 9 lives if you aren't going to live them all to the fullest? Moses knew it was important to start small and work your way up. 2 weeks ago, she was jumping over babies. Last week, it was toddlers, and this week, preteen girls. Heck, at this rate, she'll be jumping over grandmas at the Silverdale Retirement Home in no time. A human athlete would have to spread these 8 hurdles out over a 100-meter track and jump them one at a time. But look at what Frisky can do. And all it took was just a little practice. Barney here is the perfect example of practice making perfect. To think that just a week ago, 24 of these 25 Frisbees ended up just bouncing off her snout. Nice job, Barney. Corey's been practicing every day for months, and now he thinks he's finally ready to enter a tournament.
Yeah, pretty good. Oh!
Maybe a little more practice is in order, huh?
I'll play with you down there.
Dutch here knows that jumping rope is the best way to practice for any sport. Plus, you get to rhyme while you do it. Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went to the dog park to meet a fella. It really isn't necessary to have deadly accuracy when shot putting, which is kind of too bad, because this guy's really good. Wow, every time. Guy's a machine. Now, dogs are good at volleyball for two reasons. One, they always get the ball over the net, and two, no one really wants to touch the ball after it hits their wet nose. Okay, he doesn't score any points. He fouls out of every game, and he isn't what you call a team player. But man, his defense is tenacious.
The launcher works by placing the ball in the slot, down through the tube, into the can, and it gets launched by stepping on this pad. And here's Bailey taking a little siesta before he entertains us. Come on, Bailey.
Sometimes Bailey's master is just too tired to play catch. And that's when Bailey busts out the fetching machine. Just so long as Bailey's master never gets too tired to feed him, they'll be just fine. Sometimes practice isn't enough. You also need to be prepared. Now someone can practice putting on a bandage. Grab your pole, pick out some bait, and head for the boat. It's time for some fishing. Now, we've all heard of the one that got away, right? Well, here's the one that came to stay. It was bad enough that Amelia hadn't had a bite all day. But when the fish came ashore to openly mock her, she started thinking about hanging up her pole.
Yes. Wave hello. Oh, good boy.
Steve loved waving to the folks. It was good exercise, and anything that kept him out of school was good with him. No pole, no bait, no boat. No problem.
Look at that, minnows.
Bucky bragged about his minnow catching technique, but all the other dogs knew that Bucky was just catching fish in a barrel. It should be the first rule of ice fishing, yet it is seldom followed. Sure, it's okay to pose for a picture, and it is even okay to brag a little. But the thing you should always do first is...
This is going to be the winner!
cover the hole. America, you're on the clock. These are your future draft picks. You've heard of a golden retriever, right? Well, meet a golden receiver. This Boston Terrier not only will catch every pass you throw his way, but he'll also perfectly execute the flea flicker every time. He's approaching the branch. Be ready for his signature triple Lutz spinning dismount, and oh my goodness, we've had a malfunction. He's okay, everybody, he's okay. He'll nail it next time. Now, any good running back can go over the pile at the goal line. But if you go to that well once too often, fatigue's gonna set in. But as long as you break the plane, it's still 6 points. Just like my middle school hockey coach used to drum into our heads at every practice, if you score, you may win. If your opponent never scores, you can never lose. Defense wins championships. Isn't that right, Mr. Tinkles? If football is football in America and soccer is football in Europe, I guess we can all agree on one thing. This dog is playing football. When scouting for draft picks, you're looking for athleticism, you're looking for instinct, you're looking for intelligence too. Sometimes you just gotta settle for 2 out of 3. It may not have been the shot heard round the world, but it certainly was the shot heard round the Hartford Community Center. If an athlete wants to stay in shape, he has to learn to eat right. This is sports nutrition. The weigh-in is at 3 o'clock, and Miles here needs to go from squirrel weight to possum weight in just a few hours. Good luck, Miles. Just hope he isn't too bloated to compete. When you're part of a team, you live together, you work together, you even play together. In fact, the only time you compete against each other is at the training table. There, it's every pup for himself. Before the big race, Commando combines his workout with his nutrition because both are equally important. Jinx considered himself an outdoor squirrel. He preferred gathering his food when he trained. Still, he wasn't going to pass up on a free lunch. He wasn't that hard-headed. Next time, Jinxie, a little to the left there, buddy. Before the big game, it's important to have a hearty, healthy meal. And nothing says hearty like making your own gravy.
And water makes its own sauce.
Up until now, no one has been keeping score. But that's about to change because it's game time. In volleyball, there's the set, the spike, and of course, the bump. Let's see that again. Game, set, ouch. Just as in the wild, the bears and the lions seem sure-footed and confident. Yet the zebra can't quite get his footing and consistently falls down. This should prove it once and for all. When it comes to game time, 4 legs are a lot better than 2. Any other time, Zeke would have been content to put the toys in the hoop one at a time. Any other time. But this was game time. No less than 10 at once would do. Oh yeah. That's 20 points, baby. In your face. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. He dives to the 5.
we go, jump.
It is amazing what a positive attitude, repetition, and kindness can achieve. It took months of training, but the end result was worth it. Molly has trained this man to give her a treat every time she plays with the rings. Jimmy's mom wouldn't let him try out for the team because she felt it was too dangerous. Be the mascot, she said. The mascot never gets injured. Thanks, Mom. Welcome to the Webbed Feet Derby. The Ducks are approaching the starting gate. Place your bets as the ticket windows are closing. And they're off. Gee, they all look the same. Oh well. Waddles takes the lead. Waddles makes up the middle and Waddles brings up the rear. Looks like it's Waddles' race to lose. And the winner is Waddles, followed by Waddles and either Waddles or Waddles for show. Please hold all tickets, it's a photo finish. It's like running, but a whole lot faster. These are sports with wheels. Is it the thrill of the grind, the wind on their face, or the fact that on a bicycle, their feet won't reach the pedals? The kids told Dad the best way to learn to rollerblade was to wear shorts, bring the dog, find a steep sidewalk, preferably close to a large body of water, and, oh yeah, make sure you're having it videotaped. Maybe the kids planned this a little better than we thought, huh? Now, you've heard the expression that if life gives you lemons, you should make lemonade, right? Well, if your wheel won't work, you should make it into an elliptical trainer. These guys are flipping over the way they turned their frown upside down. It's only a matter of months before you see these guys on a late-night infomercial hawking their new invention. Now, when does a driving test become a workout? Well, when your pulse rate skyrockets because your motorcycle goes bananas. He aced the driving part, but he did so poorly at parking that, well, he's going to have to try again another day. Here's a little-known sports record. The fans of Manchester United once sang the Macarena. Only sold 4 copies. This bird holds the record for most attempts without actually ever taking off. At least we assume it's a record. I mean, no one really keeps track of such things. This guy isn't breaking a record. He just wanted to see what it would be like to be a record. So he trained his dog to spin his chair at 33 1/3 RPMs. Spin him the other way and you'll hear a secret message.
Come on, Jim, hurry up! Come on, Jim, hurry up! All right!
These folks are setting the record for the coldest, loneliest, and hottest sport. But they'll have a long way to go to beat ice karate. Here is trying to set the record for the doggy discus. But in doggy discus, it isn't so much about distance as it is about style. Chuckles is breaking the record for the longest flight without actually getting anywhere. Were it not for that cage, he'd be in Bermuda by now.
Ready?
These guys are setting 2 records. Dizziest cat and cleanest floor. George just finished setting the record for eating the most Mexican jumping beans in a single sitting. Now he's paying the price. Gerald wants to break the record for most air hockey victories. So he trains with that metal cone on a non-aerodynamically designed surface. You see, that way, when he plays with a real air hockey puck, he will totally dominate. Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video. And please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt.
Lawn chair juggling, take 1.
In life, some people are athletes and some people are the halftime show. Let's just say Dan here is used to performing with the band. See you next time. On Funniest Pets and People, a pudgy pooch who's eating light. Some pals have a drink at the old watering hole. A rabbit catches some rays. Some buddies give their friend a hand. So scoot up and hang around a while. It's the show that will have you sick. Stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Get ready for fun. It's playtime. If Bonkers had to teach Rex once, he had to teach him 687 times. Don't take my treats. Oh, who hasn't checked themselves out in the mirror for hours working your big arms? Just me? Really? Next clip. Here's the answer to the question, what do you do after you've shredded all the curtains? After exhaustive testing, Inspector 14 agreed that this mattress was indeed approved. You could find Pete here every day at this time. Right after they wheel the freshly opened shipping containers of liver through this hallway. Of course this dog is upset. Secretly burying stuff is his job. He's in the union. Felix is a mixed-up prankster. He doesn't understand that you're not supposed to TP your own house.
He teaches him how to drink out of the toilet.
Okay, for a dog, this would be the equivalent of a dad teaching his son to play catch.
Like that player in the rock.
This guy is so buried at work, he sneaks into the storage area for lunch. To get buried all over again. Ever laugh at a moose? Well, get ready. It's the great outdoors. Hey, come on. After hiding 3 million eggs all over the world, the Easter Bunny deserves a little time to chill. Albert was intent on proving his theory about chain reactions. But his friends would have settled for an equation. Somehow, Wild Pete's Bucking Bronco Rodeo Farm seemed a little tamer than the brochure.
Hey, I'm walking. Yeah. I like going slow.
Now, you might think that sound makes the elk unpopular, but actually, he gets invited to tons of New Year's Eve parties. This soccer player is amazing. How did he know the cameraman wanted a new video camera? They don't need more hands, they need more eyes. He's just upset because no one brought him presents for that little-known holiday, Baboon Appreciation Week. Now, granted, he may not be swinging into the clouds, but he's having a lot better luck than he did on the seesaw.
Put on your shades. It's time for smooth moves and grooves.
Now they'll never get that wet doggy smell out of the sheets. And let that be a lesson to anyone who's thinking of giving Tum Tum another bath. The world's politest dogs.
Do you think this sound could irritate the neighbors?
Oh, I hope not. Otherwise, we should stop.
Yes, I agree.
It would be the only polite thing.
So we're agreed then?
Yes, let's both say aye to be sure.
Aye.
Aye. Aye, aye, aye. These two successfully completed couples therapy. And now they'll need physical therapy. This may not seem that impressive till you realize the dog is the violin teacher. Apparently, that old tradition about catching the bouquet is true. Susan is now engaged to the ambulance driver. This kitten is in a new peace training program, where instead of learning to attack, he's learning to back away from conflict. Welcome back to ESPN 27, where the American Cat team seems to be dominating in this, the 5th hour of synchronized twitching. You know what's really ironic here? The groom has cold feet. Hey, it's Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. Some had a hard time accepting the cow as a reporter. Others admired his in-your-face investigative journalism. Well, Timmy had a dilemma. See, on one hand, the avocado and salmon shampoo did make his hair more manageable, but... mouse cab. We got a cat investigating a hole in living room sector 3, advise. Have someone distract them with a noise over about a fruit bowl in the kitchen. Well, that's affirmative. Central Command, we're on it. Tommy and Timmy Gibbons' attempt to bicycle around the world began with high hopes and ended with
Mommy kissing boo-boo.
If you don't think rabbit hypnosis is effective,
Very heavy.
you try to remember the last time you saw a rabbit biting his nails. We rest our case.
On to 3. Time to wake up. 1, 2, 3.
And to think this all started when the Chihuahua fell in the toilet. Hang on, Taco, I'll get you out. Give me your paw. Psych.
That is not funny.
It is from up here. The minister said that their marriage was built on a great foundation, which is more than they can say for their house.
They're catching a glimpse of a rare sugar glider, known for their strong curiosity and terrible hatred of whispering.
Get him off me! I can't see! Ah!
You've heard of the wind beneath my wings, haven't you?
We'll say hello to the mutt beneath my gut. Hey, get yourself a cup of joe and enjoy these next clips.
Oh, socks taste good. On the couch. Scratch my belly. Must watch for squirrels. Must. Whoa.
Oh, I'm good here. I'm good. I'm watching out for those pesky little squirrels 24/7.
On the job.
Hello, hey, no squirrels here. No, sirree, Bob. Okay, Claude knows he's not allowed on the couch, but he figures if he sleeps with his legs off, his punishment will only be half as bad. Coincidentally, this is the very same method employed to keep our staff of writers awake. Ten more seconds and we're looking at a world record in the making, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, we have a new laziest cat on Earth. There was no one who was a more devoted product tester than little Sheila here.
So tired, but must get through testing. All passive. Okay, stay awake. Okay, gotta test each pacify. What? I can't sleep. I must. Okay.
With his owner stubbornly refusing to get out of bed, Baxter went for a long shot and tries to get the cat to take him for a walk. Put some lipstick to that smile, darling. It's time for beauty secrets. Floppy had to admit that this was indeed the strangest and ugliest kitten in her new litter. But if he was there, then by golly, she was gonna take care of him. Yes, he was a chameleon. But no, in all honesty, he did not successfully blend in with her nose. Boy, these two are really serious about splitting that beef jerky treat right down the middle, aren't they? Fans were so disappointed when the great wrestler El Tornado was revealed to be a house cat from Decatur, Illinois. Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Katie and Roger under a tree. F-A-L-L-I-N-G. See you next time. On Funniest Pets and People, a dog gets tied up. A baby a la mode. A horse stops short. A dog dons his gay apparel. A pooch has a tiger by the tail. And a little buddy gets muddy. It's the show that will have you sing, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. The difference between pet toys and people toys is the amount of slobber on them. Before having kittens of her own, Muffin here used a stand-in so she could learn responsibility. The best thing about having stuffed kittens? Well, no vet bills. At this point, Babs has no idea where the kite is. She just wants to untangle the string and forget this afternoon ever happened. In hindsight, Mom insisting that the dogs decorate the yard for Kimmy's 3rd birthday party probably wasn't a great idea. I mean, first it took them 3 hours to blow up a single balloon, and now they can't decide where to put it. At this rate, the decorating should be done in time for Kimmy's 30th birthday party. Everyone told Rhonda she was crazy, that theirs was a relationship doomed to fail, but she didn't listen. No matter what they tried to put in her head, she knew in her heart that her new boyfriend had soul. As part of his ninja training, Foofer would have to conquer the 3-balled post of woe. The purple ball signifies passion, the orange ball aggression, and the green ball skill. After all 3 balls have been felled, then and only then can Foofer face the dog. Sure, you, the home viewer, may not think you relate to this, but tell me, how many times have you bought a candy bar in a vending machine only to have it get caught in the coils and not fall where you can reach it? Well, the next time that happens, you think of Claude and his magic hot dog. I know I do. Bingo and Bango know how it's supposed to work, and you know, they kind of understand it in theory. But when it comes to executing the concept of sharing, this always happens. For years, toy makers have been working on the prototype for the horse yo-yo. And Midnight here is giving the latest version a test spin. Looks like the same bugs need to be worked out. It'll yo, but it won't yo. And that's a problem, yo. Charlie and his parents finally found a restaurant on which they could all agree. While Mom and Dad enjoy the all-you-can-eat aspect, Charlie was most fond of the all-you-can-wear policy. These next clips have a lot in common with an elevator. They both have their ups and downs. The Millers weighed their options and decided that installing a cat door couldn't hold a candle to teaching the cat to open the door himself. Everyone knows the fountain of youth is just a myth. But the mud puddle of youth, oh, that's the real deal. Ponce here has gone in headfirst every day for the last 72 years. That's right, you heard me, 72 years. Here's mud in your eye, Ponce. At Equestrian Fantasy Camp, horses from all walks of life get to compete in a fancy horse show. Well, take Millie here. At home, she pulls a plow, but today she's an elegant jumping horse. Well, maybe not an elegant jumping horse. maybe not elegant either, but she's definitely a horse, I think. You know, when your wedding reception is in a chicken restaurant, it's really important to mop all the grease up before the bride throws the bouquet. Hey, you're getting married! And a sprained ankle. This runaway bride shouldn't have picked the falling down groom. Luke here has been told to stay locked up, but he's got a wandering spirit and nimble paws. Keep Luke locked up? What we've got here is failure to domesticate. These next clips are all wet. Cue the Waterworks. As Ramona washed the suntan lotion off, Rico wondered why the water in his bowl doesn't taste like coconut. I mean, this is like he's drinking a puppy pina colada. And getting caught in the rain. Mr. Jinx definitely likes giving himself a bath in the traditional way, but every now and then you need to give your tongue a rest and let the sink do all the work. I know, I found that to be true in my personal life. Igor found out the hard way. There's a reason it's called a bicycle and not a water cycle. Cycle. You know what I mean. Tina has heard it before the wedding, but now she was experiencing it firsthand. Men never want to stop and ask for directions. Oh, sure. Mom thinks that's hilarious. I don't think Dad's gonna find it so funny the next time he brushes his teeth. Some dogs you hose down, and some dogs you spritz. Daniel's a spritzer. Dainty, ain't he? Okay, here's a lesson for all you park goers. If the sign says 60 pounds and lighter, it might be best to pay attention. Hey, if you loved them before, you'll love them even more now. It's the funniest pets and people rewind. Rhonda told her husband she wanted to hear the pitter-patter of little feet. So he bought her a lizard. Skitter, scatter, pitter, patter. Come on, what's the difference? It's a lizard, folks. Okay, now in Brutus's defense, he did give the kid a head start. But how big a head start does this kid need? The kid has been tagged, and he is definitely out. It happens every single year. Uncle Jimmy has too much coffee, and the chase is on. Not a child is safe from this runaway uncle's tickle attacks. And apparently, neither are the tables. When Hucklebuck's owners were too lazy to take him for a walk, well, they just put him in the car and hit the wiper button. He gets a workout and the windows shine like new. Drazen knew he was digging for something, but he forgot what it was. Oh yeah, a hole, good as new. It is a proud day in a hamster's life when Dad shows you how to use the wheel. Yeah, better make it 2 days. Hey, Cindy, hat or helmet? Hat? Are you sure?
Hey, this one's good now.
Okay, say cheese. Okay, now you know why we offer the helmet. Although it seems like a nice gesture, maybe you shouldn't invite the bride's ex-boyfriend to your wedding. Sometimes they act up. It's a good thing she's got the Kevlar veil. 'Tis the season to be funny, ha 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 ha. You know, they look really cute in all the books, but man, elves, they just don't look the same in person. And I gotta tell you, the reindeer, oh, he really looks different. His nose isn't red, it's wet.
That's just doing a nice job over there.
Open your presents.
Why does this cat continue to lick the wrapping paper? Because he heard that the nutcracker was sweet. You get it? It's a Christmas cat joke. Okay, next clip. Here it is, December 21st, and her master wants to start opening the gifts. Well, not if Precious can help it. You see, she knows that Santa would want them to wait 4 more days, and she will stand guard the whole time if she has to. Now, if her master wants to open these gifts with all 10 fingers on Christmas morning, he'd better back way off.
I want that little.
You know, Christmas means different things to different species. To humans, it's a time to celebrate with family and friends. But to a dog, it just means a stranger is in the house. You can't really blame him. 364 days out of the year, he's supposed to bark at anyone who comes down the chimney. Normally, at a school Christmas pageant, it's difficult to pick your child's voice out of the crowd. But we were able to isolate this boy's vocal track. Let's listen. You've heard of one-hit wonders? Yeah, well, this guy's a one-note wonder.
Hello. What's your name? Ariana.
Ariana had opened all her gifts, but she didn't get the one she'd wanted the most. Her grandma to leave her alone.
This poor little girl doesn't have a name.
Ariana.
What's your name, Ariana? How old are you, Ariana?
If you open the drapes like Harvey here, you'll always be sure to see stars. Buddies, friends, compadres, amigos, no matter how you say it, these clips feature pals. The benefits of taking milk baths? Well, you get smooth, soft skin that keeps you looking young. The drawback to milk baths? You get a lot of unnecessary attention from the cat. Ooh, let's hope she doesn't start using fish oil on her cuticles. They say strong fences make good neighbors, but unfortunately they don't stop those neighbors from popping in to say hello. Or to get a little sugar. If you've suffered a great loss, you can always count on a pal to get you through it. Take Bowser here. He's willing to help his friend Stinky deal with the loss of his favorite chew toy by offering up his ears as a quick substitute. Tony escaped from the circus, and he was attempting to pass himself off as a dog. Too bad for Tony, he's a tiger, not a chameleon. With Y2K just hours away, these two threw caution to the wind and made a love connection. Unfortunately, 6 days later, it was proving harder for Donna to move on than Guillermo would have liked.
Did you remember to brush your teeth? No. Oh, goodness. Here you go.
The toothbrush cabal doesn't want you to know it, but all you really need for good oral hygiene is a hungry rat and a brave subject.
Good job. Oh, these are the
Folks, when you watch this clip, recognize that this child's mother is encouraging this behavior. Don't forget to floss with the tail, honey!
Good job.
Hey, as far as Jimmy was concerned, if you want something done about the rat population, get a cat. Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Brian had spent his whole life wondering how it felt on the other end of the leash. And now that he knew, he was going to take full advantage. Now, they say absolute power corrupts absolutely. And if you don't believe it, you just ask Rob. See you next time on Funniest Pets and People. A pooch gets pacified. The legend of the headless horse. Someone hogs the bathroom. And a quack attack. So snuggle up, 'cause you're in for a fun ride. It's the show that will have you sing, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Put on a raincoat and get ready to laugh. These next clips are wet and wild. Look at this chinchilla hanging out with the bunnies, will you? He's probably thinking,
Okay, keep moving till they serve up the carrots and they'll never figure out I'm not a rabbit.
looks like he's having fun, huh? Yep, nothing relieves stress like a nice mud bath.
Don't drink. Oh, drink up, yeah. Oh, there you go.
Something to keep in mind when the owner's wife sees these dogs tracking mud across the house. A whole backyard to play in, but this turned out to be Buster's perfect play area. Water, mud, and a place to bury his bones, all in one spot. Whoa, look at him go, will you? Yeah, this fish may look agitated swirling up the water, but actually he's laid back and he's just trying to create some gnarly waves, dude. Look at that dog go after that water. It's kind of funny. He'll chase it all day till you put it in a tub and make him sit in it. Now here's a fella intent on digging out that stone. You may be asking yourself why he's chasing after a particular rock in a lake full of them. Until you realize he's a dog and you shouldn't ask too many questions. Okay, this may seem a little odd, but until the bird bath was fixed, this was just gonna have to do. Wow, talk about getting a big head. This fish starred in one commercial and now she needs a personal assistant? What's that, ma'am? Bottled water? But we're surrounded by... okay, yeah, sure, no problem. You want me to set up a pedicure? But you don't have a okay, all right, yeah, well, I'll take care of it. Little note to college students wanting to make extra money. When you need a summer job, it might be worth it to see what else is available besides flaming hoop holder. These next clips are funny and we're not playing. It's toys. Today on Extreme Box Makeover. Waffles lays in the entertainment center and couch pit he's been planning for the other cat. Boy, he does fast work, and hopefully Mr. Whiskers will be happy with the new living room.
Watching retrieve. And she walks around the house like this.
Yes, that's a golden retriever sucking on a pacifier. Which explains why last year Dad passed out cigars that said, "It's a dog."
And there's the pacifier. And then if we let her go, this is what she'll do. Watch her go. And then she walks around like this.
And now, welcome back to a Corleone family Christmas.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. Oh, wait, it's Christmas. Never mind. This is a mental stability test. And here's the weird part. If you think you just saw a pig wearing a lei flushing a toilet in a living room, you pass.
Little Jacob has pooped out on his rocking horse. Ironically, when they asked him what he wanted for Christmas, he said, "Let me sleep on it." He really did.
Kid's a genius. You might be wondering why this cat is squeezing in that box. But after weeks of chasing mice all over the place, he came up with a better plan. If you take a close look at the label, you see that? Free mouse treats inside, huh? After a half hour of investigation, Clara decided, okay, she liked the new cat, though she did seem quiet and lazy, even by cat standards.
Whoa, that there's quite a tumble. But you know what they say, little lady. When you fall off a horse, get right back on.
Or get a cookie and a hug. After 6 hours of partying, everyone agreed it was a wild celebration. But the day after the pig's birthday party, life had to go back to abnormal.
Who says tough guys don't laugh?
For those of you trying to understand the behavior you're seeing, well, in animal psychological terms, this kind of conflict is known as tail envy. After witnessing this 2-hour video, this came to be known amongst dogs as the day we do not speak of. Look at this little guy getting nowhere. Now, when you're a black cat to start with, and then you've made yourself big and you're still not scary, it's time to rethink your strategy.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he's doing it.
This cat's expression was really scary and threatening. But as an audition for the new James Bond villain, no, it just wasn't what they were looking for. Look at that bunny banging away at that oven, will you? You know, you really can't blame him for being anxious. He overslept, and he needs those eggs hard-boiled and ready for painting yesterday. You know why bunnies are calm and quiet? Because they don't usually read the paper.
Carrot stalks plunge. Horrible. Trump said what to Rosie? Outrageous. You will be chased. What kind of horoscope is that? I'm a rabbit.
Boy, that little fellow's mad. It's weird to see him so upset at that dog. Because usually stuff just rolls off him like water off a duck's... never mind. It's Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. The penguin had raised 3 of his own, plus a duck, plus a squirrel. He simply didn't have the energy to take on a stuffed animal. Edith was often given to bursts of decorating genius. And suddenly, well, that banister had to go. You don't think it can happen to you, but suddenly you're attacked in the middle of the night. Aggressive leg syndrome. Speak to your doctor or pharmacist and see if leg be calm is the right treatment for you. Bonkers had to agree with his owner, little old Mrs. Klinghauer. Turns out he was
So cute, you just want to gobble him right up. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
The baby reached out and, yes, it was his first step across the great wide-open living room. But before long, he would tame this land, establishing a fort where the couch once stood. Someone's getting a very nice homemade birthday surprise. And oh boy, well, fortunately Laura's husband was a good sport who didn't mind blowing out the candles on a meatloaf instead. Look at Rory digging into those fish flakes, will you? Now, why is the cat interested in a can of food when there are live fish right behind him? What part of laziest animals on earth don't you understand? These people are having a little bubbly to celebrate. Now, a lot of people choose champagne by year and vintage, but we say the main thing to look out for in champagne is the cork. This reaction may seem a little strange, but you have to understand. Lucy Girl was so sensitive. Just the mere sound of comb and her mind went right to hairball. Some jokes are salty and sweet. It's snacks. Boy, Lewis is enjoying that, isn't he? But you see, a dog has really gotta love corn on the cob, and here's why. When you've polished off the corn, the cob makes a great stick to fetch. This woman is really enjoying nursing her cat. Sure, the kitty is no substitute for a baby, but on the other hand, he can drink milk, cry, and knock over piles of blocks just like the best of them.
Check it out.
Oh, this was a fun party. Yeah, little Bobby would never forget this moment, because his parents would play this home video every year at the holidays till he went to college. If this doesn't look like your local zoo, well, there's an explanation. Each night while the zookeeper was asleep, the giraffe managed to erase one more letter until the sign in the front of his pen read, "Please feed the animals." Like that. And it's time for another visit with Short-Term Memory Mary.
Ooh, looks yummy. Blech. Ooh, I want to try to eat that. Mmm, delicious. I want some more.
You're looking at the champion dog corn eater of Kern County. Also the champion meatloaf eater, chicken bone eater, and anything else anyone will give him eater. He's a dog. Ready to catch some laughs? It's athletes. Look at him catch. Yeah, 6 months of training meant Zeke would be the #1 pooch in the dog baseball league. Now just another 6 months to form a dog baseball league. Okay, Rocky can have a comeback film, but that's the limit. We are skipping Rocky's Dog 2. You getting a little dizzy? Yeah, me too. Well, here's the scary part. This is slow-mo. Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Vacuum dog hair. Dog barks and jumps around. Hair falls off. Vacuum dog hair. Dog barks and jumps around. Will this never end? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is existentialism. See you next time.